So the workshop's gone along good. I'm looking to sort out storage for flat stock for the laser cutter. So at the present, everything's just in a big pile up there. Not great. I want to try to work out a way that lets me organize all that stuff in a way that has good random access performance, so I can just sort of rifle through it and pick out the material I want. So I've got some low grade 3mm ply hair cut into 400 by 400 squares. I've got some various acrylic over here. I've got some ABS Trafalite label kind of stuff there. I've got some thicker ply and some really nice ply and various other stuff. I want to be able to sort of skim through it and pick the stuff I want. I want to be able to store big pieces like that. I think it's like 1200 by 600 on the top there, this big piece. And I also want to be able to store like scrap offcuts for test cuts, little bits and bobs. And it's kind of a hard proposition to come up with something that meets all those requirements. Also need something that lets me store it in a way that doesn't let it bend over time. See, right now that big thin piece up the top there, it's getting torqued down by gravity and it will require a bend before too long. And also it's open to the air on the top but against other wood on the bottom, so it's going to dry on one side or it'll be asymmetrical. So I'm really puzzling over the best way to handle this. I was thinking maybe like if you were looking at it end on, I could have something against the wall that was like goes all the way down to the floor and then has some diagonal sticks poking out from it, and then the stock could sit on top of those, and then I could have as many of these rack things as I felt were necessary spaced out along a wall and stack all my stock sloping back towards the corner like that. But then I'd have to have a few of these racks to support the longer pieces, so I don't end up in a situation where if it's supported here and supported there, the ply would go like brrr. I'm obviously exaggerating the curves, but it would over time sag where it's not touching the supports. I could put some heavy duty flat stuff between them to help it sit flat, like put the fingers of the rack and then put a big chunky flat piece on top of some other like this waterproof form ply stuff, and then put my nice stock on top of that. But then I've got the moisture barrier problem where the top will dry out but the bottom will stay wet, that kind of stuff. Not an easy problem to solve by any means. Right now my pile system, what I'll have to do, maybe, you know those poster racks you see at the shop where you've got like essentially a tub and all the posters are sort of stacked up in it like that, and you can fold them open, like you can inspect in here and in here. Maybe that's an option, but then that makes it tricky for smaller pieces because they'll just fall down the bottom and get lost. Tricky. Anyway, that's where I'm at presently, trying to work out that problem. If anyone's got any suggestions, let us know. Bye bye.